Like that pad, I probably couldn't do nothing with it. I just bought this little piece, and I don't know what to do with it.
But
But
you're gonna figure it out,
I'm
though,
gonna figure
right?
it out. That's all. I don't think that makes me a tech guy.
Okay, I
You know what I'm
got you. I
saying?
got
Like,
you.
because I still fuck up on all this stuff.
See, I used to be like a real tech person. Then I guess over time, I kind of, when I got in the street, I got out of it.
Yeah.
And then now it's like my mom, like, you always been real smart and good with computers, so certain little stuff. And she was like, you might need to tap in, get yourself like a little extra hobby.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, if you do, I mean, it's always tech is always a good situation to be in to know. You know what I'm saying? You get especially that coding stuff. That coding stuff will make you some money if you know where to go sign up at.
And see, I got my medical billing and coding certificate.
Yeah, that's where it's at right there. That's what they say. Now, who I got on today, my guest today is none other than Courtney Carter. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
You doing all right? Clap it up for you. Thank you for coming on today. A lot of new stuff happening, a lot of changes. I got the little rundown of some of the stuff you wanted to talk about. We're still going to do something a little different, too, to start us off, to set the tone.
Okay.
Now, I got some questions here. These are random questions, all right? As people can see, it's just a game, right? It's nothing, all right. Let's see here. Let me find a good one. All right, now these are blanks. This is a blank question. Surprisingly, I would rather blank than blank. You get to choose what the verses are.
Make money. I would rather stay home. I would rather make money than hang out.
Right, than hang out. That's a good one. What's a simple task that you surprisingly are bad at? A simple task. Mine would be
boiling eggs.
Oh, that's a good bad task. Was it always unraw or too done?
It's like too done. Like when I boil them, they're always like stuck to the shell. So I'm always ripping the whole white part.
They say you get that right touch, you can just peel that sucker off. All right. What would you like to experience again for the first time?
Sex.
Okay. Why sex?
Because I think our first time, when we don't listen to our parents, when they say wait for marriage, wait for the man that God sends you, and we just jump out there and do it, it's just like.
You think it gives us too much to take away from us later down the road type of thing?
So I always wondered that if I had just waited, would it have been my first time being different? That's just something random that I just thought of.
Dudes don't give a damn. Yeah. They be ready to jump off quick in it, just trying to get
Man, tell me about it.
All right, what would you give a kidney for?
To save one of my family members' life.
We got two of them things, right? That's what the kidney is. I'd give it for about $100,000.
Oh, you mean in monetary amount?
I would. It's whatever. But if I could,
if it was for my family, that would be the only way I'd do it. I would never do it for money.
Probably not 200. That's right. I probably got to go up like $500,000.
I would say over $1 million.
You could live off a kidney, right?
Yeah, you can live off one kidney.
I don't drink. I ain't got to worry about it like that. I might sip, but I don't drink.
See, I drink sometimes. I'm a sipper too, but I wouldn't want to give my kidney away for money, sell my kidney for money. I would only do it to save the life of a family member.
Save someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My family member.
All right. What do you do that your parents would be surprised to find out?
I curse like a sailor.
Oh, you don't do that around the parents?
No, I don't use any. I don't even say the word lie. I don't say pregnant, and I'm 45. I don't curse around my mom. I wasn't raised like that. None of my immediate cousins, like my aunts, no. I didn't come from that kind of family where, because I'm 45, I can be like, that bitch, goddamn, no.
What would happen now if you did that?
My mom would be very disappointed in me. Even if she seen that video on YouTube, oh yes. She haven't seen it yet. I honestly took my mom off my page just so I could go on there and say what I need to say, because I got so much respect for my mom. I know my mom was viewing my page and stuff. Yeah. That's not something that I wanted my mom to hear, but I said what I said.
What What if she finds out though and sees it?
She'll call me and she'll give me the motherly advice as she always has. As I know, if I left her on there, it probably wouldn't be up there right now as it is.
Would your mama be on Facebook commenting?
No,
she
no,
just,
I'm
she
not.
just
I
calls
don't
you.
have that kind of mom.
She
I gotta
just call
go.
you up. And hit you
And
right
she'll be
up.
like, baby, da 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 da. And then with whoever went back to look at it, it would have been gone.
What is something you enjoy the most about people? Oh, I'm sorry. What is something you enjoy that most people would find surprised about you? Like, what's something you enjoy that most people don't realize?
Whoa.
Not your parents, but like just as everybody, I guess.
I don't know, it's something about like wherever I'm at, if I'm outside, like in nature, I have always from a kid, birds, different types of birds. I can always just, boom, look over here. Oh, a blue jay. Boom, I look over there. A red robin. Boom. A hummingbird. Oh, wow, a sparrow. That's all. I don't know. It's about something about being outside. Like, I have attraction to birds, or birds have an attraction to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
I tell you, I'm gonna say mine. Mine is yeah, I wash my legs because I'm white. I still wash my legs, but I wash my ass with the same cloth sometimes. The only thing I wash by itself is my face. So I don't put no ass on my face, but they be saying it's nasty.
So they say it's nasty to.
Wash your ass with the same that you wash your body with.
Yeah, that's true.
So they say like you got some people got now. I done seen people have one washcloth too, and they do the face. So, but they don't be. I think they be like finger scoopers and like cleaning out with the fingers like a. I don't know what they be doing, but at least I'm washing it out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm washing my legs too. That's unlike whites. But I don't know. But I use a loofah, so you can see if there's anything in there. You can wash it out. You know.
True.
I don't know. We got hard water. It should help. It don't matter. So look, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Setting a little tone there, just to kind of riff some stuff out. There has been some stuff going on. I am really neutral in it because I really didn't. I knew I was having you on before. I kind of understood anything was happening, and I'm just I'm here to just give you a platform to kind of say what you want to say, ask questions, talk about the album and the project you got coming up. Touch base on what kind of things are going to be changing in the future and what's changed since the last interview. So,
Of course.
So, what you been up to?
Well, I say really like the past, I say since maybe like November of 2025 up to now, I've taken a step back from the movies. I started October 2025 as OG house mom on a reality show called Pretty Girl Project. And that's the CEO is Tracy Love. It's her show. She brought me on as the OG house mom. It was a house full of, I say maybe about eight ladies, if I'm not mistaken. And I was just basically there as an OG to kind of like get to know the ladies. If they needed some advice, give them some advice, learn from them, and just like intermingle with them. I wasn't a castmate or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I was able to do that. We did a 4-day filming, wrapped that up. We actually have a reunion coming up for that April 11th. It's free. She had a monetary amount on it buying tickets, but she wanted to do something for the people and allow them to come out and just have a good time. It'll be a live audience. It'll be filmed. So that's April the 11th. April the 10th, I'm sorry. And go on Destiny Hillary or Straight TV Network. And you can go ahead and reserve your space. Like I said, it's free. I've been doing that. I've been working on my third album, and it's slated to drop May of 2026. I want to drop it on May 27th on my birthday, but I don't have that date locked in stone yet. I have 6 songs completed already, and next week I'm going in the studio to record the other 6.
Let's talk about that. How is the process of starting this album and finishing it up? How is it going?
It's going well. It's going a lot smoother this go around because I'm getting back to me, my old roots of I know my sound and my engineer producer, my beat maker. I want them to already know my sound to make it a lot easier. Boom. I just come in, listen to some beats, and I'm already like, yeah, this is already my sound. So boom, I don't have to do going through 20, 30 beats till I find 2 or 3 out of that. I don't have to do that. I already know when I go in with these, shout out to KV, found my sound. That's specifically who I'm working with for this project. He knows my sound. He's known me for years. So everything's going smoothly. I've had time to step back from the movies to focus on the music.
You're doing like more of an acting and artist. I mean, not acting like in
both.
a sense, but you're in that role with this other program project with the girls, right?
Yes, I want to.
Reality.
Yes,
Yeah, reality.
yes, and learn to invest my money in projects that I like, that I want to do. The type of things that I think about, I'm like, dang, I can do that. Put my money into that. I got some things coming where I'm investing, where I have my own videographer that's going to be on this journey with me that I've selected, that has allowed me to take what I've learned so far with working in the movies, doing the music, and step out on my own and show the people what I can bring on my own, so that everybody will know what I got going on this year. They'll know that the talent in the movies and everything else all the years prior, they'll know, oh yeah, she really had talent. She really had sense. Not riding anybody's coattail. I was only able to do this because I was over here with this group and this and that. It's time for me to step out. I'm way past old enough, and I have the knowledge, and I always had the money to do what I want to do. I don't never do anything outside my means. If I can't afford it, I don't do it. I know what I can do. So
I want to ask you. Now, I say this objectively. What makes you feel like you're ready? Because I say this. Let me say this. I don't know where you really started in the beginning before any kind of like team, but it is better with a team. By yourself, even if you downsize, so forth, getting to a more personal, I'm gonna do it on my own is challenging.
it is.
Is that the route you're trying to get to? Because I'm just curious. You have a lot of background. You got a lot of talent. You're doing different things. I'm more curious of how challenging that's going to be. You know what I mean? Like
You're
that's
right.
a transition.
You're right.
I'm curious about the challenge.
You're absolutely right, and I'm not trying to sit here and act like this journey is about to be.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
It's
down
not.
It at all,
but it's time for me. When you get signs, and you're a type of person that when God gives you signs, you recognize them. That's what this is. And it's like all these years you've been in this entertainment industry, from dancing to promoting to doing the movies, now reality TV, music. People want to see what you can do on your own. And when I say on my own, you can't do nothing on your own. It's impossible for me to rap a song, record the song, mix and master the song, record myself while I'm doing the video. Certain stuff is almost impossible to do on your own, by yourself, being solo. When I mean on my own, that means my decisions, my money, my choice of who I actually want to work with, that I know actually wants to work with me. And if I'm investing, they're willing to invest. So I know that along this journey, I'm going to have to work with people. I know that part.
Yeah.
But I want to be the controller of this journey that I'm on, so that the narrative, the story that people want to know about Courtney, where you came from, this, that, when I started up to now, I want to be the author of that story. Who's to say?
You are still, no matter what.
Somewhat,
I mean,
but
CTC is a part of that story, and I know.
Of course, and I would never.
I got to give them their respects.
Exactly,
they have productions. They produce.
And every podcast that I've ever been on. The last podcast I was on with you, I went back and watched it since everything's transpired. And pretty much the whole podcast, I was giving flowers.
Yeah.
The whole interview, even in my songs, even though it is what it is now, you still have a shout out in more than one of my songs.
Yeah.
One, the young lady, and I'm not gonna be calling names in this podcast because I'm not gonna be messy. If you know, you know, was on one of my songs. She sung one of the hooks on one of my songs. So I'm never taking away what I learned and the experience of being there. I'm not. But what I'm saying is that's there's someone else's brand. The same way Palette Productions is your brand. If me and you work together, we working together, we doing stuff together, but ultimately it's your brand. So if you decide certain things you don't want to do or you don't want to work with certain people, you have that right because it's your brand and you have to protect your brand. So if I want to do something with you and you're like, well, no, CC, I don't really want to do this. I don't think it's in the best interest of me.
I want to establish though. I want to say this, and before you even go any further, and putting I get where you're going, but I am more solo. I'm not at a stage of like putting a I'm preparing myself, but like I'm not able to get the same resources without the hard work I get to relationships and build relationships, folks. Because I just can't I can probably reach out more to people and get more people on, but it becomes, I am by myself managing a lot of these challenges. And when it does become more exposure, more talents, more projects, you do want that team. You do, and I don't know. I haven't been a part of it. I've definitely got to work with CTC and J. Paul and Chantel and all them over there, and it has been a nice job that they put together stuff, and it's a continuous repetition of work. There's tons of pluses being over there. There's tons of pluses building your own. I'm not there on either one of those levels yet. So I get what you're saying, but it's hard because, like, what am I going to offer? I just talk shit. I just talk to people. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
It's all about
I'm funny, man.
how you limit yourself in your mind.
Well, I'm saying, like, all right, like, I haven't got to a point where I've been on camera, but I ain't never done no acting. I've done some little improv here and there, but I ain't got the time to put in the work for that talent. You get what I'm saying? So I can't offer.
But that's part of what works for you as being solo, and that's part of what I'm saying. Like when you're with a team,
it don't work. That's what I'm saying. When I say this, like it's not that it don't work. I don't offer. I can't offer more than I'm able to give. That's just me. Like I'm not in that realm. So like until I get adequate practice, I'm not going to jump out there and just be like, dive into a new talent. I personally can't do that. I think that practice is important. And I don't know. I just I don't think I'm ready for a team like that because I'm still figuring out what my position is in all of this and where I stand and what conversations I want to have. I'm still curating, quote unquote, my character on persona for social media, I guess. So I understand the circumstances and where you're coming from. I just don't think brand wise I'm anywhere near what you're able to put together or what CTT is able to put together or Bobby Boucher or any of the CY Straight Facts TV. I'm just saying there's a lot of, it's different. But different challenges is all I'm getting at.
I'm not thinking Augusta.
Yeah.
I'm not. And a lot of things are more digital now. It's so much that you can do and create where you can make money from. I've been learning different stuff with graphics, just filling around, just teaching myself different stuff that I can learn, that I meet people, network with people, can be a benefit and be like, oh, I know a little bit of this. Oh, I know a little bit of that. I just want to, and like I said, this podcast ain't about them. This is my podcast. I don't want to make it about them. I'm not here. I said what I
Yeah,
said
I'm just trying
online.
to
Yeah.
talk about where you're
I know.
going.
You're doing what you're supposed to do. I just want to clear it up because I don't want nobody to think this what I came here for. Because we was already planning a podcast and just things transpire. You don't know what's what. You don't. But it's just time for me to do what I need to do. I've got the signs, plenty of signs from God, like you can do certain stuff on your own, Courtney. You can. I've always had connections and networks. If I really revealed and exposed people that I know, that I'm close with, that I've been close with for years, that are already in the rap game, there's celebrity status, there's traveling here on tours, they're like, well, why you ain't? That's not what the lane I wanted to go. I never wanted to, because my partner's on a tour and he's connected with these people. Hey, bro, can you put me on? I'm doing what I want to do, how I want to do it. I have a real life. I have a family. I got a man. I can't take so much time away to a team, and then I got a man at home. If I'm doing stuff on my own and he see like she trying to do this on her own, I feel like it'll be a lot different. But when you're a part of a team, things should run seamlessly. We should all understand what's what. But being in a team, that don't always work because, like I say, certain times I can't do this. I can't be there. The same with other people. So sometimes being in a team, it kind of throws off a plan if 3, 4, 5, 6 in the team can't be on board because they got other stuff going on. And I like to take my time and do things a certain type of way that fits me. If I feel like I'm rushed or I'm angry, I'm upset, I got anxiety about this, and I go to the studio, I'm not going to be able to record, and I won't record. I could be in there 2, 3, 4 hours, and if my spirit don't allow me to record, and sometimes I force myself to record when I'm in a space where I know this ain't you, like, wait to record, and I put it out anyway because I'm trying to keep up with doing this and doing that. But truthfully, it's like maybe you need to just. But I'm feeling like if I pull back, then it's gonna be like you're not a team player. But I have grandkids. I got 2 grown daughters. I'm more worried about from getting out of prison 8 years ago and still rebuilding is making sure they good.
But it sounds like you ready to step up and
yes, and certain things transpired that pushed me to this point that I'm at now.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy.
I do. You keep talking about God. I need to know what your favorite verse is that you like out the Bible.
I'm not gonna put no verse on.
You got a chapter or? No.
I'm not. I do, but I'm not gonna say it on here because I'm gonna be saying a couple of words and talking in.
I can't never remember
tones that I don't want to say a Bible scripture and then later on in the interview I'm talking about something else and be like, she was talking about a Bible scripture in the beginning.
I got you. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, I get you, but
yeah.
I've learned to listen to signs. I had 3 signs given to me the day that I got arrested. 3 signs, and I recognized all 3 of the signs, and I overlooked them. The first thing was my homegirl didn't have herself situated because she was going to go on this ride, this mission with me. So she trying to get her kids situated. And I'm like, girl, I thought we supposed to be getting on the road to go make this drop. That was the first sign. I'm like, we already had this plan that day of. Here we go with can't get your kids situated. Then it was like, went to crank the car up, and then it was like, act like it was having problems, but then it crunk up and it was like running fine. But then I was like, that was the second sign.
The car is the second sign. Homegirl the first when the kid's not straight.
The third time was when we was on the way to make the mission. GPS wasn't what it is now. So we in the country road. We ain't where we supposed to be yet, but we on the way there. The GPS kept going out. So it's like, damn, that was the third sign. Turn your ass around. Take your ass back to the crib.
Yeah.
I didn't. And when I made it to my destination, 32 cops.
Damn.
So when I say signs I pay attention to them now. Sometimes it's your time to go. Whether it's you deciding it's your time to go or the universe telling you, get the fuck on.
Yeah.
You know? So it could have been either or. It could have been me feeling like it's time for a new chapter, like all this time, 3 years in, and you already been doing music and this and that. What people want to see what you can do by yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And ain't no hard feelings. You know, I said what I said on the internet, and I'm sticking to that. I ain't lying. I don't got no reason to lie. Everything I said was the truth.
Which I don't know what
I'm
you're talking
over
about,
it.
so I don't know.
I know you don't. I know you're not.
I know she
You're
bringing
not an
that up. I'm
internet
making it clear
Facebook
because
person.
I really don't know what.
I know you don't. That's why it's not for me to even discuss so much.
Good. I'm just making it clear.
Yeah,
I don't need a.
Yeah, because I know you don't know. I know you don't.
But it is a conversation to be had there of navigating, transitioning to prioritize yourself.
And I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from them. Let me say
please,
that.
Please talk on that if you want to.
I
Please.
learned a lot. I understand, like you said, trying to do stuff on your own is a lot more difficult.
Oh yeah, it's tough.
It's gonna take more financial resources. I don't have no problem with that. If it means I gotta go out of town for a week, I gotta clean the business. Several of my clients own several homes in different areas besides Augusta. They might have 4. I had one in Stockbridge, 3 houses there. Boom. They getting them ready to rent out, sell, whatever. I go down there for a couple days, whether I got to drive back and forth or I go and they put me up for 3 days. And if I got to do that and make extra money how I want to do it to be able to do what I'm trying to do, that's what I'm willing to do. But I just want to be able, because time ain't promised to nobody. Before this is all over for me, I've done something on my own that's an actual legacy for my kids that when I put this out, I know, and I've learned the business of once I put this out, I'm going to get the money. It keeps spinning. I'm dead and gone. My kids get the money. That's what I'm thinking now. I'm 45. I don't want to just continue to do stuff, and I'm not saying in that aspect with them, but I'm saying in general, with anything that I'm doing in life, if it don't benefit me in a good way, not just financially, but put me closer to where I'm really trying to be.
Building independence.
Exactly. And I want my kids to have something. Some people like to, when they like to buy a house so they can leave the house for the kids. I'm the type, I don't own a house right now. I don't own a house, period. And I'm 45. But what I've learned with what we got going on with the government and different things, and every few years, everything changed where they say, well, after a while, we might not have Social Security. They trying to make it where everybody's on the same income. You got the same house, the same this. A lot of things is going to change in the years come. We seeing that now with this Iran thing going on.
All I know is they in a war, whatever. It's
going to be a lot more. See, I be into stuff. I ain't going to get too deep, but who's to say all these people that got all these homes that is bought and paid for, that they bought and paid to leave to their kids, are your kids going to have it? Because some of us might be
I hope that's my
off
goal.
the grid.
That's my goal.
If it hit the fan, it's going to hit the fan. The Bible already done spoke of it. It's transpiring. If we don't know the Bible per se, this stuff that's going on in the world, we don't know how to relate it to the Bible.
If it hit the fan over here, what you gonna do? What's your first move? You see where I'm at. I'm still getting out of
the
here.
main thing for me is get out of the city. You're gonna have to get out of the city. You're gonna have to get off the grid. You're gonna have to know what you're doing, where you ain't gonna be able to have no cell phone to be able to be tapped in, because if something blow where ain't no towers, you can't contact nobody.
Well, if it do, but here's the thing. I got a little radio over there with records.
See?
I got some records.
Boom. No,
I'm
what you
staying
mean
in city.
records?
Records.
What you mean, walkie-talkie or
No,
radio,
music,
so you can get a signal to hear what's going
No,
on?
music, just music.
Oh, no,
But it'll pick up a radio, but I can play music on it. So it's 2 in 1. I'll take my box of records, I'll take my records, and I'm going to hide in the city. I got a couple spots I would go to and in the city and just take my kids, and we would do like...
See, I wouldn't be in the city. That's the most unsafest place.
Hardest part is going to be swallowing having to pick up guns. I don't want to pick up guns.
True.
But if I got to, in a sense, I will.
We got to think about survival in terms of if we got to leave our homes. A lot of people ain't gonna leave their homes. These people that's gonna spend all this money and bought these homes.
That's the issue. You got to think about it. People, greedy motherfuckers, will stay in their house. I feel that way. I'll come back here. I can come back. As long as we survive, I can come back here. And we'll deal.
I don't care about no materialistic stuff, none of that. Because you can't take it with you. When it's time to go, and it's like, oh, it's time to go, you better take it serious. You better have your whole little setup with how you gonna eat. You better know that, boom, you ain't gonna be able to have no running water and this. You got to know how to make a fire. I learned a lot of stuff when Helene, the hurricane, came.
Yeah.
Our power was out for 13 days. I didn't panic. I was irritated because it was hot.
Yeah.
I was sweaty. I was taking cold showers 4 times a day to stay cool. But shoot, I had made me a makeshift. We didn't have no.
You ever been to the Savannah River walk, the little walk where you can walk beside the river? Mm-hmm. They got a long trail, and you can go out there.
You're not talking about the one by the airport. Okay. I've been to that one. Okay.
That's Locking Down.
Okay. No,
but
I've
over,
not been to that one.
Savannah Rapids, they got the little trail that goes beside, and you got a little opening up to the river. Mm-hmm. All you need is like a little current and take you to soap out there. Mm-hmm. You don't even. You
better watch Scared and Naked and Afraid. I've been watched every episode of them. I be in there locked in. I got a whole notebook. I done jotted everything that I think I might need to survive. See, that's what I be on.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's probably more so me. Let me put this on me. Let me take whatever off of what people might think I'm putting it on this team. It's me. I'm at a place in my life, I feel differently. I think differently. I haven't even been out and about, like, just because I'm seeing what's going on in the world, and I know that this is God's sign, like, not just for me, for other people. We need to be worrying about other stuff. After I made that video and all that, it kind of bothered me. I refuse to take it down.
Which video again?
Well, I just went in on the live for 4 hours, 2 hour increments on each video.
So you feel a little different now?
No, I still feel everything I say. I mean, I'm sticking to it. I ain't taking it back. None of that. But what I'm saying is, where I'm on spiritually and what I really be thinking about, and when I'm not online and people don't, like, if they really want to know, I be researching stuff like that. I be watching, because they talking about bomb in California. I'm paying attention. I got my mom that lives in Washington, Seattle, Washington. I'm thinking about stuff like that. I'm thinking about, what if this man done messed up the country for everybody to wear, everybody running around out here clubbing, talking about doing music and doing this, and a week from now, who's to say what could happen?
Well, that's a good point.
So I'm on some other stuff right now. I got grandkids. I'm like, what if something happened to me? As you start getting older and you start seeing different things transpire, losing different people, and you be like, dang, it puts you in the mindset like, dang, that could be me. So I'm like, dang, I'm thinking more about other stuff than being with my mindset on a team. It's like, I got something to prove, but I don't have nothing to prove to a team or to other people. I got everything now to prove to myself and prove to God. Like, okay, I done put you in this limelight where you can do movies. You done been networking and people know you. My ultimate goal when I was in prison was, I went to prison. My daughter had a baby when she was a teen. My granddaughter was 4 months when I went to prison. She was almost 2 when I got out. My thing was sitting in that visiting room and me being one of the very few females that got visits every weekend. And I'm seeing girls that's been just sitting in the room. Nobody comes to see them. Yeah. They got kids. I come back from seeing my family. My man that I'm with now was the same man held me down when I was in prison. So if I say my man, this is why. He took care of my teen daughter with my grandbaby. I trusted him. I didn't have nothing to worry about, nothing. Treated her like his own. And I'm sitting in prison with these women who got kids and they can't see them. The grandparents won't even bring the kids. And I'm like, that bothered me. And I'm like, dang, I know what my daughters went through. I got 2 daughters. They separated from each other because one with her daddy. The other one is between my sister that's an assistant principal and my man. I got to say assistant principal because I don't want them to think, I done been through a lot of stuff in my life, but that's not my family background. I got a good family. I just did what I did.
Yeah.
But what I did taught my other 5 siblings, sisters. It's 5 of us. I'm the oldest of the 5. It taught them, oh, no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So it worked for them. So for everybody that down me and say this and say that, cool. My siblings, my sisters are successful, and they'll tell you themselves, the stuff she went through and how she rocked out in life, and no. They let them know, no, we don't want to go that path. Let's just go on the right path. So for that, I'm thankful. I don't care what nobody else think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's me.
It's you and the change.
Yes, I'm getting older, and they crack jokes, the auntie jokes, the grandma jokes. I am a grandmother. I am an auntie of over 40-something nieces and nephews.
I saw some of your posters, man. You can't. We all gonna get there. We all gonna get them comments.
They better hope they get to be 45.
Right, but we all gonna get them comments when we get there. You know.
But see, when I was growing up, we didn't disrespect men and women that were 45. To me, that was like the OGs. You respected them. If they told you to do something or they gave you some advice, it was like the gospel back then. I was born in 1980.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine calling somebody in my age group when I'm a kid or I'm in my teens or 20s, granny and auntie and all this, and I'm like, I don't get offended when it's auntie as in.
What's the age range then?
I don't know.
I know unks and aunties are like 35 and up, right?
No.
I
thought unks and aunties didn't start to the 40s. I don't know where they get off.
I think I'm a 90s baby. I think that's what I considered.
See, and I get that now.
I think 40 is uncle. I think 35 is uncle now that I see our world and like the way things with kids are now and like younger kids, because a lot of people are having kids a lot younger. But
now, see, now that you say that now, it gave me a different perspective. I'm like,
yeah, I see.
I didn't think about that because if I was born in 80 and somebody was 45 back then, that's giving auntie. So I got to still think about that same aspect, but years up for different. Okay, I get it, but
I mean, I'm still out of date.
Just don't disrespect me with the, like, it's a crime to be 45. I thought the goal was to get older and older.
That's true.
And older.
That's true.
It's a lot of them that's younger than me that ain't made it. It's a lot of them that I knew that was younger than me, and I'm like, they ain't here no more. And there's some people
I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't made it. We ain't made it like we want to make it.
Yeah, but I'm saying every day to God bless you to wake up, and I'm 45, and I thought how I was in the street, game banking, hustling, this and that. I didn't think, and being in a domestic violence situation, and I want to address something else too. I'm gonna get to that
okay.
Too, but I didn't think I would live to be 45. I did.
I've had those.
I don't think my family know what time it is, and they know I've came a long way. I didn't think I'd be 45.
Yeah.
I really didn't, because I used to I ain't care. I cared, but I made my own decisions, and my decisions that I made weren't always the best. The guys that I've maybe dealt with in the past weren't the best guys, but that was me, my decision, not because I was raised in a bad home or none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I respect the younger generation because I have a 24-year-old daughter and a 19-year-old. So you're not going to bite, is he?
Oh, pause. No, he ain't.
You sure?
Hey, get broke. I'm sorry. Come on, Mateo.
He don't bite, do he?
No. Mateo, come on.
Okay.
Out. Out.
Long as he don't bite, I'm good.
He ain't gonna bite. I'm sorry, man. Another 40, 30, 45 minutes, man.
Oh, he's like, Daddy, hurry up.
Yo, he be wanting to touch everything. He be wanting to touch everything.
Well, I got a 8-month-old grandson, and I have a 6-year-old grandson, and I have a 8-year-old granddaughter. So trust me.
So I am definitely blessed. I got a good job. I've been able to set myself up. I have been able. I'm behind on my goals. I am one of those guys that is like, maybe money won't be here, but the value of property will always be like taxed in some kind of way where we are positioned to have value. And I think owning a home is a very important thing to get to. I think it's a very big stage of. The hard part is how you do it. That's the hard part because everybody's situation is different. But if you can take care of that home in a reasonable time before you retire, you have money and value at your disposal that you don't understand. That you can. That's how you get these tax-free situations. That's how you have equity at that point.
I'm more of a land person.
But
right now.
that's still equity.
Yeah,
Like
because it didn't work out for me with
you gonna get
owning
the value
a home.
there.
I was on the way to that. I went to prison.
Yeah.
Everything I had worked for, and I'm gonna say this: I was on Section 8.
Yeah.
Boom. This was before I went to prison. I had been in that home for 11 years.
Yeah.
And I had been a part of these different little programs, not programs, but classes where they teach you about credit, home ownership. You complete those classes and do what they ask you to do, they pay in. It was rent to own.
Yeah.
The 12th year would have been, then that's when I would have been talking with the homeowner based on being on Section 8 and the things that were going on back then.
You're going to get the chance to buy it.
Yes.
Right.
But
I've been in a couple
I
of
went
situations
to
in the
prison.
South.
And when you going to prison, you was on Section 8.
But I mean, you can't. That's the choices that took that away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I had already kind of set myself up with the help of using the resources that you're given, using them correctly.
Yeah.
So that not just, I'm on Section 8 or I'm getting this and I'm just riding it out. No, if they say go to classes, do this, you have a job and produce and pay in this and we'll match it and listen to those folks so you can own it.
Yeah.
I made the decisions I did and messed it all up.
But it ain't too late.
It's not
too late.
But land, if you can't have it set up or have the finances to buy a house and be able to pay it off, it might be easier for you to come up with $5,000, $10,000 and buy a small plot of land. It might be like my family. I don't want to talk too much about my family stuff because I don't put my family business on there. But you own land and you grow you some pine trees on it. Let them grow.
15 years. Yeah, that's a college education. That's what I was about to talk about.
One thing I can say, my father, my grandmother, and my granddaddy Willard, they knew that part. So I know a lot of stuff, and I got other stuff.
There's a lot of smart farmers out there that
I be thinking about that. It's like people want you to be on the internet. You got to see this. You got to see that. I just said I don't own no home, and I'm 45 years old.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people like that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But they will fake it till they make it or not be real just to keep up with whatever on the internet.
But see, that's where you as not just you, but people watching, if you're trying to get to these stages, a lot of that is just owning up to where you're at and making the smart moves to change that circumstance to get you. Because if you do clear out your debt, if you have debt in your situation like that, you can find ways that could resolve it. Be smart about it. You could also find programs that put you in at putting your foot in the door, and it is cheaper to own a home than it is to rent.
And one thing else I learned.
This program.
A lot of us think about the type of house we want to live in. Like, I want this. Like, I want the big tub, the jacuzzi tub. I want the big glass shower. I want this. I want that. But I might have enough money, or based on my credit and the loan I can get, I can buy a $60,000 home.
I want to say something
which might not be the house that other people will look at as like, she bought that house, but
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. You say that. Listen, I advise it. I bought my first home for $64,000.
Exactly.
Little, like with the back porch, I think I was at 1,100 square feet. I knew some background skills in like the carpentry work and framework and doing things that I've learned along the way as just a man. But renovating houses are not complicated. If you take the time and the effort, I flipped that house for $150,000.
Exactly.
And I only paid, I'll be honest. I refinanced to 90. I still ran away with 60. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran away with what I paid for the house.
So going there, buying them little small houses,
You can
work
take your
for-
stages.
Exactly.
The only thing I regret is I wish I would have rented it out. I wish I wouldn't have sold it. But that's choices we make. You're not behind. It's just about what you got to get yourself, whatever situation you're going through.
And
to get
that's where
level,
I'm at now. Like,
and you can do what you want to do.
I got family members that do remodeling, carpentry, this, that have plenty of supplies.
Yeah.
That's just like they taking care of them, got them put up, but they're not using them. But it's like, well, I can come in and I could do this. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, I've been working on my credit. I went to prison, so everything I had before prison,
Yeah. Gone.
car, repoed, like everything, like credit
scratch.
score was trash. It's not trash now.
Yeah.
You have to pay to clean your credit up. I didn't first get that when I got out. I was just worried about getting back to work, I had to realize you can't catch up on the time you lost.
Yeah.
Only thing you can do is figure out what you got going on, what you want to change, and work towards it. And I tell anybody, 9 years out of prison, I'm still rebuilding. I'm still growing. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So
I'll say this: when it comes to the housing market, there are like areas that are not as built up. I do think that you got to take time on your house. You got to, once you own the home, you got to maintain it. And I do think if you're looking to buy a home and you're a first-time homeowner, or your situation being able to go again, or whatever situation you may be on, there are programs that you can get. Definitely get the house inspected. Always be looking for good bones, but don't be afraid of 60. I mean, now the market's probably higher, but $70,000 or something. And look forward to the end goal, just like you do on your projects. When you're making an album and you're doing these things. Like we bought this house 2 years ago. We've renovated 2 rooms. I'm starting on the bathroom now, and I just built a 10 by 20 deck that cost me $2,500 by myself. And like. So you can.
I thought about. I've been looking at. I lived in Orlando before I moved to Augusta.
Yeah.
And they have a tiny home community, and they have a place where you can actually go there, and they have the tiny home set up, and you can go in there and view them like the same way you do the mobile home.
Yeah. Right.
And
most decked out.
A lot of people that had those big houses like we were talking about, sold those houses or rented them out to let their kids move in and their kids keep the house because that's what they want to do. They downsize to a tiny house.
Yep.
And they get it built out and everything. And she's like, oh, I bought this and all I do is pay $347 for the lot. I just rent the lot. But the house is mine. I can move it. I bought it. And boom, $50,000. And it's like I'm looking at it, and they feel like I'm walking through it. I'm like, whoa, a tiny house.
Hey, they got Home Depot got barns you can do 2-story.
And I'm like, I see
barns.
that's what. So I'm like,
People
wow,
turn
so
those
many
around.
possibilities of how you can actually be a homeowner, own things,
property, like you
in
say, land.
A way that financially works for you, where you're not doing stuff out of your.
You got to think, if you own land, all you got to pay is taxes on it once a year.
Boom.
If you own it. That's the hard part that gets you in when you start to buy homes and all. You don't own it. It's not your house. It ain't your house until
you paid it off.
No, to that deed's in your hand. Even when you pay it off, you still got
to go through the paperwork.
Yeah,
process.
and you want to, that's more valuable. Home, land. Yeah, you gonna get retirement if you play it right. But what you done with your money throughout it, and how you gonna leave what you gonna leave behind. I think. The biggest legacy starts at home.
Exactly.
The biggest legacy starts with where your personal growth begins. I am interested, though. Tell me about the new Pretty Girl project again, and let's talk about that some more, because I'm interested to go from the transition of with the team and not acting as much anymore behind the scenes of a film.
I got some auditions coming up for movies in June.
Okay, so you're still gonna act?
Yeah, I am. I just utilize my IMDb Pro, and they have that's where all the actors for every movie that everybody's been in, actors, actresses, directors, is all on IMDb Pro. And I pay for that every month, and they have the listings of most of them are always paid auditions. So it's just a matter of I never auditioned for any because I was still working, grinding, trying to be more comfortable and, kind of get it down packed with the whole acting thing. But I stepped out and I got 2 auditions in June in Atlanta.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm still going to be
Excited for that?
trying my acting, doing my acting thing, but that's in June for the auditions. And I'll keep everybody updated on how that goes when it gets there. But Pretty Girl Project, like I said, it's a cast of different ladies.
That's April 10th, right?
Mm-hmm. April 10th. It'll be, I can't think of, well, I got my phone. I'll pull it up before we leave to give the address.
You
but
good.
It's that event center on Millersville Road. It's going to be there from 7 to 9 p.m. Like I said, it's free for anybody to come. The only thing that we ask is that you click the link to reserve the spot so we'll know how many people will be there. But it's a reality show. We had ladies from Thompson, one lady from Thompson, Augusta, Greenwood, South Carolina, Camden, South Carolina, and my favorite, which was the fan favorite, Goldie. She was from Dallas, Texas, Oak Cliff to be exact, but she lives in New Orleans. She came. We had another young lady. She lives in Augusta, but she's from Guatemala. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And just brought all the ladies in the house. It was kind of the concept of like, I guess they would say like baddies, something like that.
Yeah.
It was some fights, that type of thing. That wasn't really
Reality TV, pretty much.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was going for. But like I said, I wasn't a cast member, so whatever was going on with the cast on the show is exactly what it was. But
Was it script? Is it script? Is it scripted?
No.
Unscripted?
it was unscripted. So whatever, and she didn't even put out the whole show because it kind of, how to say this, that's part of when you're doing something. You can have your intentions good, everything can seem to go to plan, but sometimes things can go awry and people can jump off ship.
Yeah.
They don't want to be, they changed their mind. But when you sign contracts and things of that nature, so you have to be mindful. Read what you sign so you know what you're signing up for. You'll know the legal parts of everything. So she didn't finish. I think we had maybe like 2 episodes left that she didn't air, but she gave it like some time to marinate. Different things transpire after filming, but they're like, we still want a reunion. Everybody's like, okay, well, y'all didn't finish the show, but we want to, like what happened and this and that. I did a podcast with them with Straight Facts Podcast. I put that together for the ladies.
Yeah, shout out to Straight Facts, T.Y.
Yeah, we did that.
Bobby Boucher, too. He was a part of that, too.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher, yes.
Boucher, shout out to the man.
Very much so. That podcast was a trip. So if you haven't seen it, y'all be sure to go to CYTV on YouTube and check out that Pretty Girl Project podcast. Yeah, it was crazy. But all of the different things that transpired on that podcast,
I saw some clips.
is going to be brought up in the reunion, and anything transpired after, their feelings on during filming, what they thought of me, type stuff. And no, I didn't have to sleep with anyone to put the ladies on the podcast. I had a studio session set up for them. I cut it short because some of the ladies just, So instead of them wasting my money that I chose to invest because I was like, I wanted to do something nice for them, I cut that short and I used that studio session probably a month later for myself. But we're going to talk about all that at the reunion. It's going to be a dressed up affair.
Okay.
Security. It's going to be filmed live. Shout out to Tracy Love. She's the CEO. That's her show. She's 27, a young black female. She funded her own project. When I came in to be a part of it, she had everything set up, everything paid for, everything. Whatever I spent money on, I willingly wanted to do that genuinely for the ladies. It wasn't, I'm a part of it, but contractual wise, No, I didn't have an obligation to pay for anything. I did that on my own.
Yeah.
So we doing season 2 that's coming in June. And we have a couple of your favorite ladies. We have 2 ladies that's in Augusta that's gonna be on the show. I'm not gonna put that out. If you know, you know. From when we was promoting it, I'm not gonna say that.
You on the show with Lyrical coming out too?
Also,
Love and Music.
Love and Music.
Love and Music.
Shout out to Lyrical on that Slim Kia. Her lady, she hosted it. Naya was there. She performed. Naya Marielle.
I gotta get some Key on.
Yeah, OG Trip, Peso, Wildcard Ash, myself, Lou Life Do This. We were the artists on the show, and that's coming soon. She's finishing up, getting that prepared to roll out. So that'll be the next actual project that everybody will be able to see from me from that show, and then everything will start rolling. Because a lot of time people don't understand. You film something, it might be 3 months. It could be 2 months. When we watch these reality shows on TV, everything happened 3 months ago. We watching it getting mad. This happened 3 months ago. Well, why are they hanging out now? Why are they hanging out? And they just, no, because this happened 3 months ago. But we're just seeing it. Editing, all that stuff, when they're going to put it out
Social media planning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
that stuff be happening.
I have stuff rolling out, and see, I'm the type, I've learned, just let it roll out. When it's coming, then you do your promotion. Then you, but until then, I always learn. I don't know. It's just sometimes people get sour. You'll think that people like, yeah, you got this coming. No, a lot of people don't. So I've just learned when it's completed and done, and it's on the way, that's when I'll start promoting it. But like I say, a lot of stuff has already been filmed and recorded by the time they get it. So it's like you have to keep working so that by the time people drop things, even with the movies. I do a movie by the time y'all get it. We did the movie last year. We did it 6 months ago. So it's like everything, when it hits, it's like that's sometimes how things work with editing. When they decide based on this is the best time to drop it based on when other projects are dropping so it don't clash. You got to do what makes sense. So that's pretty much what I got.
Do you think every plan that comes to an idea should be followed through with and finished and put out?
Not always.
Not always.
Not always.
Do you think that sometimes we got it's different for me coming from my perspective, but I definitely see that I have to trash and step back and be more responsible with my platform at times. And that ain't even talking about none of this episode. But just like, I don't know, you learn, the more we learn, the more we have to adapt. But it's just, I'm curious, how do you feel like how you're going to change to create ideas and like I know it's a struggle as an independent creator to produce ideas and follow through. I got the ADHD and all these other shit, so I'm all over the place. So it's a struggle for me to keep the pace going, always in a competitive manner, or to continue to strive for that ability to see product coming back towards my way. You know what I'm saying? A profit. So I'm just curious, what things are you going to do different going forward for this independency, for these projects, for these trials of auditions you got coming up? What things are you going to do different going forward? And where are you striving for in those realms?
First of all, I'm going to, when I set my mind to do something or I want to do an audition, I'm going to make sure when I sign up to do this audition that I have the time, whatever amount of time it takes to, okay, I need to take this day off from work so I can go do this audition and prepare that, okay, well, maybe the next day you should take 2 days off from work so that you can go up there, do what you need to do, versus my old self is get off from work, rush and do something, not just like, that just so I can say, okay, I went to what I said I was going to go to, but then when I get there, I'm just like, oh, but I did it. I did go. But then after I've done it, it's like, maybe I should have waited to do this audition. because I know time-wise with my job, I don't like taking off. I don't like missing no money. And I don't like getting off from work, rushing home to get myself together and rush, because I get anxiety. Like, I get real, like, all over the place.
Yeah.
And I've learned I can't do that. That I have to prioritize what I want to do. If I want to do something, make sure, boom, you take off. You're willing to take off the time. Take the time off and go. All the practice that you're doing at home and all of this, put it into this. Get out of my head. I'm a head person.
Yeah.
I be in my head a lot. I'm a Gemini, so it's like I'll be thinking about this.
Here we go with these horoscopes.
Then it'll trigger me for something else, and I'm thinking about this, and then before I know it, I got 5 different thoughts going on in my head. Stay out of my head. I've been doing pretty good with that. When I decide and I put my foot down to this what I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
If it don't go my way, and I put the effort in, it's every loss isn't considered a loss. A lot of it be wins. It's all a bit depends on how you take it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. From the comedian, I think, and I don't know. I wouldn't say necessarily all this is comedian, because talent really gets you, or at least you just got to get your structure together. All having your shit together and figuring out how to tell jokes properly is important. Mm-hmm. But the podcasting, it's all about. This is about relationships. Mm-hmm. If I don't have good relationships, it don't matter if we like each other or not. It's about relationships.
True.
And I can, even though I'm not the best podcaster, I'm not the.
You're pretty damn good.
I'm not the most productive, and I don't look for. I'm never looking for the audience to give me validation. For one, I'm always, curious to have my own narrative, my own. I'm presenting my own character to the world. I don't want nobody else is going to dictate me what I'm doing. But those relationships are important. True. And I think building those are just as valuable as a team, because the more relationships that I build personally, or not even just like full-blown relationships, but just like, oh man, I didn't know I was going to meet someone that, does this, or someone that's a lawyer, or, yada, yada.
See, I meet those kind of people in my cleaning business. I have doctors, lawyers, chemists for clients. So for me,
I
meet more people on a certain level that can actually, in my cleaning business. So I always tell people, they be like, well, why this, why that? My bread and butter is my cleaning business. I'm never gonna, I'm gonna do this movie that I know I ain't gonna make a dime on, or I'm finna go and do a show that I gotta spend all this money to prepare to get there, travel to get there. I'm not gonna win nothing, make no money from it. I'm gonna do this over my bread and butter. No, I make good money cleaning.
Yeah, but it's a good network.
So it be like I'm cleaning, and randomly I told one of my clients yesterday about the movie. She was like, oh my gosh, we love Tubi. We're always on Tubi, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I have a friend. My brother's wife, they live in Costa Rica. She's like, oh, he does this and that. They're coming here. My mom's moving back, and they're all moving back. It was like, they do this. And she was just showing me videos. I was like, she's like, she'll do it. He'll do your videos and this and that. And I'm looking at and I'm thinking, like, I never would have thought. The whole time I'm just there to do a job. I'm not talking about movies and music and all of this. But this particular day, something in her conversation sparked something. And I was like, oh, I do movies. She was like, movies? She was like, all these years and you never... Because I'm here to do a job. I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to...
Whole different lane.
Boom. So it's like networking extends beyond my music realm, my movie realm, or anything in the entertainment industry. Networks can be wherever. It can take you wherever.
Now, I want to ask you this. Mm-hmm. Now, we having Palette Productions here, and like even with like, I ain't gonna lie, this conversation is quite difficult for me today, because I know a little bit of the connection of I have a relationship with multiple people here in this conversation. I don't know what's going on, but still, nonetheless, it's challenging for me to like make sure.
I can tell.
But I am trying to touch on these things because I think it is important to, when you are networking, to talk like this is networking to me. You're talking about your independence. You wanting to go further and like branch out and find your own little avenue of what you want to create. That building of a team though does require group professionalism. What does that structure look like to you? Because like me, I can't get over it because I'm an asshole. And it's like, no, anybody, if I ever employ, cannot act like they can't act like me. Like yeah, a lot of it's just my personality, which can be comedic, but I understand I can't do that if I want opportunities, right? So it's like, I don't know, like a lot of people I know that want to come on, I don't know if they're going to be professional. And it's like, I don't know. Like we could test the waters and have fun on the episode, but I don't know if I'm going to get the same professionalism regularly. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
So how would you describe that, building a team, what that looks like?
I feel like when you're dealing with a team, multiple people, and you're all trying to build something together, or just say I start out with something, I'm trying to bring people on, I have to have a mindset of I want these people to trust me. I want them to believe in me the same way, because if people can trust you and believe in you, then when it comes down to the financial part or getting them on board with, hey, you can sing. Hey, you could do this. So you write, you could do this, or you run the camera, you could do this. If they trust you and believe in you, people will go to extremes to prove that they trust you and they respect you and they believe in you. You have to, as a person that want people to be, you have to keep that going. It can't be flip-floppy. It can't be...
What do you got to keep going? Explain that. What you saying?
You have to keep that...
Trust going?
Yes. You have to keep it where everybody that's on your team and joining your team trusts and believes in you. When the lines are crossed where I believe in you, but I can't trust you, then for me, it's a no-go. If I feel like I'm genuinely, everything in me, giving everything I can give, and I feel like it's not appreciated, and you play in my face, and I gotta argue with my man about being on camera with my cheeks out, part of my nipples out on a movie, and I didn't make a dime, and other people can tell me I got paid for this movie and that movie. And we done been in the same movies, and I've been in 13 movies, and I ain't made a dime. And I done been in my household arguing, carrying on with my man, and his only thing is, I just needed to make sense for you, baby. I don't need your money, but you spending money buying wardrobe. You take the car, you be gone for hours. At that particular time, we only had one vehicle. So that means if I'm filming and I think it's going to take 4 hours and it end up taking 8 hours, 9 hours, then...
Everybody else getting stretched thin.
Yeah. So I got to explain this.
Yeah.
And in me explaining, it's only so much I'm going to just let you say, because at the end of the day, I believe in them. Yeah. I trust them. But he's seeing something different. Others are seeing something different. Like, I think you just putting too much on your back with what you got going on, and it's not adding up for you. And I get where you coming from. These your people, but realistically, no. And if you felt some type of way about me, and I'm talking about the female, whose brand it never was, that's the problem I got. The originator of the brand, I never really had no issue with them. I started having issues when you started allowing stuff with this lady to go on. Like, if you felt like I looked like a transgender, that was what was said. Oh, I'm tired of explaining to people that you're not a transgender. After the second movie, or you hearing this, that should have been my last 2 movies. That's how I feel. If I don't want to keep explaining, this a woman. This is a woman.
Why you feel like you should have been cut?
Because if you decide to tell me when
If
shit hit
that's
the fan.
feedback you're getting, and you saying if that's the feedback, just cut me out.
Yeah, if you saying you're tired of, I'm tired of explaining. I'm tired, like it's just been so burdensome to you to, this is a woman. And I'm like, I don't directly believe that. And if you have gotten those calls or whatever, so what? I'm not. That's not enough for me to be upset. But in things done transpired and I didn't say nothing. I didn't go online and say nothing about I separated. Nobody really knew except those that was in the group. When I made the post in the group, which was a group chat, nobody knew that publicly. I'm separating myself. I wish everybody the best. She knew what it was. Nobody else knew. And I didn't make a big deal and say, I didn't do that. And I removed myself from the actual group chat and from the group. November 28, 2025. I asked people when I went live and went the fuck in, have I said something online? Nobody knew nothing. So it's like, I felt like she was waiting on an opportunity to be able to just drag me. And it was given, I fuck with you, but bitch, I really didn't like you. Because a lot of the stuff that she said, I could tell she was trying to cut deep. I got tough skin. I done been to prison, so that little internet cracking joke,
I'm
that
curious
wasn't
if
enough.
you was willing to settle that issue though that was on the table about people's opinions.
I don't want to settle that issue because I don't care about that.
If you was willing to like, all right, I'll step away if that's what it is. If you replace me, if that's the feedback you're getting.
It was deeper. It's deeper than that. That's why I ain't want to like really get into, because I know you don't know. It's too deep. I know you didn't see my live video.
Yeah, I didn't see.
If you had watched my 4-hour lives, which was 2 of them, then you would know, okay, exactly what transpired, that I'm saying like, this is what ticked me off. This is what set me off. This is why I start looking at things different. I know you don't know that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to like go, because I made the video on live. It's still up there. I didn't want to, like, I'm pulling you in it, because I know you're just doing an interview, but you're trying to do your job to keep everything cohesive so that others that don't know, as well as you don't know, make it make sense.
My job here is to get
it's
views,
more
and it's just what
you
I'm
say
doing.
I look like a trans.
Well, I don't want you to go through and like, I saw you got a little worked up a minute ago. I don't want you to have this conversation to make you feel like you are excluded or like you're being attacked at all. I just don't want you to feel like I'm single and
No.
I don't want any of the viewers to feel like it's kind of.
I don't feel like that. You're not giving that energy. You don't know nothing going on. You just trying to do a podcast, and in the midst of a podcast is things from the last podcast we did 9 months ago that's totally different, because I was screaming their name heavy from the top of my lungs. Every podcast I've ever did, if anybody go back, it's on there. It's proof.
Yeah.
Anything I do, I've always shot songs that now we ain't cool. I still got y'all shouted out. So I'm like, well, damn. I performed at an event in February. I shouted them out in the song. Do you think I cut it out in the song because I know No, I didn't.
What does that represent though? I don't understand what shout outs, like what that equates to.
Okay, the particular verse, if I'm saying something and I'm like, we up next, and then I
run the verse about CT.
Or CTC, well, I'm at before I close out, I'm like, shout out to this, go view this website. I did it on the last podcast. I've always did that. So it's never been disingenuine.
Right.
Never. But when I
just think it's.
I'm not the only person. Let me just say that I'm not the only person. I am probably just the only person that handled it how I did. That's it. And I'm still professional. Those that know me know, because they was like, we ain't seen you do this in over 9-10 years, because I haven't. But I'm gonna stick up for myself. And in the moment, if this how I feel, I need to handle this. That's what I did. So I don't take nothing back. I'm not apologizing. I'm not none of that. But I got dogged out. The same thing I did, they did. She did, rather. I ain't gonna say they. She did. She took hers down. Then it was, oh, I apologize. I've changed so much and da-da-da-da-da. I've changed so much too, but a bitch ain't gonna play in my face.
I will say, I think if if you are trying to be professional, I would advise taking it down.
Professional.
Look, I just
in what aspect?
well, you never want to be seen as an aggressor, and I don't know how the live was. I don't know any context
It was
to really.
aggressive.
I just know that
And I was cursing
getting
every other
we talking
word.
about somebody calling transgender. This is a conversation.
It was deeper than that. I
was
went
deeper than
into
that.
a whole spiel.
So to me, I can see the energy, and it's like, all right, I don't need to know the context. I can tell probably maybe I would say take it down. This right here makes me feel like when Charlie Kirk got killed, and I was making jokes on Facebook, and I was going at it with a fat white dude, and was like threatening over Facebook that I'll come steal your tires. Like, tell me I'll make you work for this fight, you fat ass.
See, I'm not fighting nobody.
I will attack.
I ain't fighting.
But I'm
I
just
ain't
saying,
pulling up. Ain't nobody putting their hands on me.
I was
I
quite
just said
aggressive.
my piece,
No, I was aggressive.
and that was it.
And I look back on it and I see like you're right. I'm a
But I get
I'm a
where you're
platform.
coming from.
I'm
I
a
get where
business.
you're
I'm trying
coming
to build. You don't. It's not about hiding who I am more than it is like I learned. I at least like all right. I'm gonna step back. I ain't gonna be that way. That's not who I'm trying to. I don't want to be an aggressor.
But see, for me as a female, let's just say, let me make this, because this is really more so what it is. As a female, and last podcast we talked about a male-dominated industry, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard for us. So my thing is, as women that's in this industry, that's good, loyal, trustworthy women, we supposed to uplift other women that are doing similar, or even if they're not, just uplift and we're around each other. That's what I've always been on. And she actually inspired me. I've told her that 1,000 times. She really has.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I inspired her. I know I have.
Yeah.
But don't
13 movies.
thank you. On her end and my end. So for both of us, we've been whatever with each other. So at this point that I separated, there's no need for us to do this banter, because it's already hard for females, and it's already a picture painted that we beef with each other. I don't beef with females because I don't be working with females. This is why I don't blend with females, and I've always worked better with men, because I've always been a tomboy till I was 18 years old. So I've got several brothers, biological brothers. So I know how to, work with men, and men keep it a certain type of way, because they like, oh yeah, she ain't one of them type. I don't play up on the men for looks, for this, for that, to get. I never have. I've always paid my way. And I say that proudly because it's facts. I've never slept with nobody for no studio time, no beats, no none of that, ever.
So when you say that, people do that.
They do, and
I'm not
it was
accusing
said.
nobody.
It was said.
I don't know no knowledge.
They do, and it was said about me.
I don't know.
It was said about me from her, and that's a lie. It was said I hated on another female artist that's the hottest artist in the city of Augusta, which was a lie. That's why I made the video. You could say transgender this, whatever, oh, my skin. I was in a domestic violence relationship where I almost died. Not once, but twice. The state took the case up because they had been called so many times, but he would leave. He'll run. He'll this, busting out my windows. I moved 3 times in less than a year from this same psychotic man I'm trying to get away from, finding me, busting out my windows. His brother was in the live when I was ranting and raving. And he said, I love you, sis, because he know his brother took me through hell and I almost died with my kids when they was little. He did something horrible to me. Facial cleanser that women wash their face with. You know, normally when women wash their face, they start up here. For whatever reason, I didn't start up here. I started down here. When I put it on my face, I'm washed, I start down here. Then by the time I get up about right here, my face is feeling like a match is on my face.
Oh, no.
And then I'm like washing it off and I'm like bleeding. He put something in my facial cleanser. I didn't know it. This is when I first was starting music. Oh, bitch, you ain't gonna be on no Moo. You think you finna be a superstar? So that let me know he intentionally put this shit in here to fuck me up facially because I'm trying to do music.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
But she made a comment about my skin. When I told her this prior, I tell her this, I'm not embarrassed. It's the truth. A lot of women go get BBLs, this, that. I'm not doing that. My confidence wasn't lowered. It was a little, but not to the point I didn't get in no movies. I didn't continue with my dream of I'm going to be on the screen somewhere doing something. It ain't for the fame or none of that. It's what I've always wanted to do. And what God got for me, if it mean, boom, you win, you earn $1 million from something you doing with this music or these movie, it'll be for me. Until then.
I want to say this to you, though. I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am. I want you to know, though, but I'd like to say that you can't let nobody, like, that's something that you had to get through.
And I got through it.
And that's what something you should take, that gratitude and being able, because people going to talk. And no matter what they say.
But she knew what happened.
I get that. I'm just saying.
And to say that lets me know you didn't give a fuck about my feelings. Well, as soon as an opportunity arises where you could throw that up, but not the background story, I've never spoke about this. I only speak about this to people that know, and people that know, they know. But I told her that when I got in the movies, you do my music video, my pictures. Look, I don't like all that super edit. Just smooth out my chin area where it's a chemical burn. It burned it.
Yeah.
Burned it down to the skin, like the second layer going to the third layer of skin. I could have went and spent all this money with a dermatologist for all this different stuff. That's eventually what I might do, but it ain't stopped me from doing nothing in life.
I can't tell nothing.
Well,
I can't. I
guess
never noticed nothing.
When you got certain cameras and you close up, whatever. But she said that.
Setup here.
That was said, but I've been in 13 movies, so everybody was like, damn, so she really been thinking this about you the whole time, but you putting you in movies to probably go back and look at your pictures and laugh and this and that and say this. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Just say what you gonna say in terms of if I did bad business or something like that. But all the other stuff, that wasn't necessary because I didn't say nothing. I didn't start nothing at all. But when I got the screenshots from other people because we're blocked, I can't see no. A lot of them is blocked. I blocked them for a reason because that's what she requested. And I did that. Nobody knew I separated myself. You didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Till you get, what was this? When was this?
When probably 2-3 days ago before
Tuesday.
When you was like, what are we going to talk about?
Tuesday.
I said, well, I know you probably don't know.
We talked last week, and then I asked you Tuesday what we was going to talk about. And that's when I actually something even.
Exactly.
Oh, no more CTC? That's the only thing
Exactly. I ain't said nothing. So it's like you waited for some type of opportunity to just really tell me how you felt. And if that's how you felt, you are, that's your feelings. I respect that. But you could have been left me alone. Then to say I was a bum. I needed this. Needed what? I paid for everything. The music videos wasn't free. I paid for that. Along with my daughter and my grandson done patronized your hair business. That wasn't free. When you do my hair for the movies, you did it free. But I tipped you. I done bought food, alcohol, weed, all kind of stuff. Just when I come, I'm trying to bring something. Just don't do me like that. Say whatever you got to say. Everybody can say what they want to say. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. That's all I'm saying. And when I separate myself, I know how to separate myself and just move the fuck on. It was never my intent to make no posts, no nothing, like I'm trying to drag somebody's brand. But at a point, if it's your brand and a person out that's in your brand that didn't originate your brand and not the owner, you have to go step to that person and say, cut this out, because at the end of the day, it's falling back on the brand. Well, even if it's an issue with that person, because, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, cool. I will leave.
The brand owner, like you say, is responsible. I would say take down the live. Because you trying to go and separate yourself and take independency, I think the best approach you can take is being professional and continuing to focus on what avenues you're finding interest in and what auditions you can go do. I think if if anyone is having struggles with groups or situations where the communication is key always when it comes to teamwork. We've said a lot on this episode,
And I did not want to make this
I'm not trying
about
to laugh.
them.
Be funny.
It's about me and what I got going on.
Well,
now.
I got to ask this.
But no, you're right.
I'm being neutral and I'm being fair.
You're right.
A lot, from my perspective, a lot of accusations have been had on this episode. You do not have an issue with if she wanted to come on and say
I
her
already
side.
feel it's coming.
If it is,
I already know, and I'm for whatever.
I'm not trying to start a war.
No,
it
ain't no war.
I'm not going to say war, but like, I'm not trying to be involved in it. I just feel like I know the team. It's like I'm able to connect. So I don't want to, I'm neutral. So I'm just going to have the same kind of.
No, she got the same right that I do.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that.
I already figured when I came on here, if I mentioned anything, and I was trying to decide what lane how I was going to go. But I was like, that's here we go with the scripted content. With I'm trying to avoid this, but I was on live saying this and saying that. You do a podcast, what you think? They gonna want to hear something about something.
Well, now I'll be honest with you. Look, I ain't getting. Yes, I can make some money. I could probably go get ads, but I have to be scripted. And a lot of my ads are going to be scripted. A lot of movies. If you, I have had conversations with J. Paul and other people that do movies, and distribution and getting deals and all comes with leading to an audience, and selling that movie is important based on those scripts and those narratives. And I don't know that
the movie company owns those movies now.
Yeah, I'm not in that field.
Once the movie hits once the movie is completed, it's edited and everything. Once it's sent over, it don't belong to them no more. Let's get that understood. The movie company owns it. The movie company makes money off this movie now. They are paid 30 days after they turn everything in. They get whatever amount they get, that's it. From that point on, every time somebody views that movie, it goes to the movie company. It don't go to us.
Well,
it don't go to them.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know those ins and outs of all that stuff to even make.
See, I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah, I don't know none of this stuff. You know, this ain't my field. But it is interesting because I've had conversations and like tried to learn and like prepare. Like I'm saying, get my practice in. I ain't trying to run before I walk.
See, that's part of my mistake.
Yeah.
Not completely knowing, but a lot of times we get involved in things that we're good at or we got a talent for and find fun in it as a hobby.
It's definitely a better release.
And we don't know the logistics of it. And then as we're in, and then once we start like, okay, well, where's the turnaround of money? And there's no turnaround of money, then that's when I'm asking questions. I'm researching on my own. And that's when I realize I don't have no say-so. I'm not going to make no money. No way around the board. In the beginning, if I didn't make no money over here with them before it was sent over to the movie company, you damn sure ain't going to make a dime afterwards. The movie company is. So every time it's viewed and we're promoting it, the movie company's making the money. We're still getting recognized and seen. And people, oh, that's old girl from the movie. I always do. I go in the store, I be looking regular as hell. I don't be whatever, like, no, because most of the time I'm getting off from work. But people be recognizing me. They do. I don't think I'm a celebrity, a superstar, none of that. The only limelight or star quality I really, truly strive to have is with my daughters, my man, my family, and my grandkids. Yeah. Everything else is a plus. It's a bonus. I appreciate all the support. And I get more support than what was said. Every female that's in Augusta, shout out to Deja Cooper. She's in my playlist. Shout out to Tasmania the Great. She's in my.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, she's in my playlist. Shout out to Shay Shay Too Hot. She's in my playlist.
There you go.
She ABK. That song she made where she was kind of like whispering. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I'm older. That's what I was saying. Wham Wham inspired me because it was a younger generation doing something. I was like, okay. It was never no hate. When I decided not to do the Wham Wham version, it was because I chose not to, because it was other shit behind the scenes going on. And I didn't want to be involved in that. So I backed away from it. But I gave Shay Shay to her flowers. No cap, she the hottest in Augusta. That's facts. My daughter came in to lie to my, we actually like Shay Shay. We be listening to Shay Shay. Exactly. I'm 45, but I still can resonate with a younger generation because I have 24 and a 19-year-old daughter. So I can't be closed-minded and in my old school throwback ways and mindset when I got a 24-year-old and a 19-year-old. I got to know what's going on, what's hot. I got to know what y'all be listening to, because what we used to listen to back in the day, it be totally different.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So I got siblings that's younger than me. I'm the oldest. My youngest sister is 35 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm used to I got siblings.
Sound like me and my family. I'm the youngest, 35. My oldest
so
is...
I'm like, I'm used to siblings and
42,
the sibling
43,
rivalry,
oldest brother.
the roasting, cracking jokes, and one might cry, but the other one might be like, what you crying for? And the other big sister roast big brother or little brother right back. I'm used to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to fighting, getting scars, scratches. I done been through domestic violence. I made it out. I'm still here. I'm still alive.
I think that's the positive thing right now is
Exactly.
being grateful that you are where you are, and to continue to strive through what things you find joy in, and where you want to take your independence to.
And I did my first play that I wrote. I wrote the entire play. It was a Christmas play. I did the characters. I did all the sets, the props. I painted them, drew them. I was in prison, Emmanuel County Women's Facility in Swainsboro.
Clap it up for you and your play, for real.
I
Give a shedding
promise
light.
you.
Yeah, you did.
The lady, it was Officer Greer. She was not officer, excuse me, Deputy Warden Greer at that time. She was like the pit bull of the prison. She didn't play no games. And when she walked in, yes, when she walked in, everybody was, because she didn't play. She walked over to me and she was like, I want you to write a play for Christmas, and it better be Tyler Perry funny. And I was like, because I was involved. I started, me and my girls, Taway Sobamowo, she's Nigerian, Betty, and myself started a mime team at Emmanuel Women's Facility.
A mime team?
Yes.
The boxes and stuff.
With the...
Yeah.
And you're dancing to the music, but you're not talking, singing. You just doing hand motions for... Boom. We started that.
Yeah,
so if they still have it going on now, it's because Courtney Carter, Tabo Sobamowa, I can't remember Betty's last name, but us three started it.
Yeah.
I was in recreation in prison as my work detail. So we did workouts. I used to do Zumba. I made dance routines. Everybody in the prison that normally would be in the bunk, they would come to Zumba. Who was teaching it? Me. I was working out 3 times a day. I stayed involved in my work detail in prison. That's how I got through my time. I met a lot of ladies. I got one of them, Tabo Sobamowo. She's on Snapchat, over 300,000 followers.
Dang.
On a weight loss journey, and we met in prison.
Clap it up for her, man. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yes.
I got 150.
I'm just a little over 1,000. It's growing, but
I'm low fruit.
Well, I made that play.
Yeah.
And on the points where she said I wanted to be Tyler Perry funny, they was laughing.
She enjoyed
everybody, and they clapped and was like, you did a good job. So I've always had talent.
Yeah.
You know, and what God has for me, what God has for somebody else is for them. I'm not knocking nobody. I'm telling my truth, my perspective. I learned a lot. I appreciate the 12 movies. The 13th movie was shout out to Bermudaful Productions. That was one of her movies I was in. The other 12 was under the brand. I appreciate that. But I'm not in the Illuminati. I'm not selling my soul. I'm into making my own decisions. And if something with me doesn't work for a person's brand, I respect that.
They got to.
And you just have to move on.
That's right.
Vice for them and for me. Like I said, ain't no hard feelings. My thing is, don't lie on me. And we cool. You can say whatever you want to say. My feelings don't ruffle easy. I was in all these movies. You think every movie I've been in, everybody's pleased. Everybody has something positive, uplifting to say. They don't.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
People can be trolls. They can be cruel. They can be rude and nasty. But do you think they'll get on a movie in front of a screen with all their imperfections and get broken down and dissected about this and that? No, they won't. They'll be behind a computer.
But that's what I think you should look at, though. I think that's the positive side to all
Exactly.
this is that you can control your own outcome here of what you want to do and what auditions you want to take, what roles you want to go for. I think that I don't know. I think you just have to follow what if there's tension and there was tension, you walking away and separation from the group was the right call either way, no matter if it's something. But I do think you should try to move past it.
I've already moved past. Once I made that video,
well, take it down.
and I went in. I'm okay.
I think you should take it down.
I'm gonna think about it because I didn't think about that. But I'm gonna consider
to me, it's like
I'm gonna consider that.
I feel obligated to tell you
because she did take. She needs to take down that other video. Then I'll take my 2 down because she left 1 up.
I tried.
She left 1 up.
But
I'm gonna consider that because
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I think finding some peace in if you feel this way to find your space to do what you want to do, and that should give you what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
So You're right, Tommy.
Building on that gratitude is where I would go.
You're right. So for you, I oblige that because see, nobody else said that.
Well, I think
they knew where I was coming from, but also it's about being objective.
Well, I'll say this. I can't tell you how you feel. I ain't never gonna know how the situation is as a whole. I'm never gonna get the full story. I am just a fly on the wall that is trying to respect you here today in the conversation while respecting my relationships and people I know and not trying to stir the pot. But I think that you stepping away and what all you got going on was a good conversation to talk about professionalism. I got tons of little notes for little clips that I think are good, or sections to chop up and edit that I think are going to be good. A lot of content in the sense of where you're going. And I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of this production come together. I'm looking forward to the love and music with you and Lyrical and Slim Kia. I'm looking forward to April 10th. Y'all were doing the reunion of the Pretty Girl project. Shout out to you guys and all the ladies.
My cleaning business.
The cleaning business too. Shout them out.
This is another thing. With me going to prison, a lot of people won't talk about this, but when you have a criminal background, whether it's a violent offense, mine wasn't, or a drug offense, when you're doing business and trying to get licenses and different things, it can be very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
So I've went through the process. I'm no longer the parole, the probation, all that's over. My gun rights have been restored because that was one of the things that the judge put in place. Anything that I was in school for medical, that once my probation was cleared, that I could pay that money and go back and boom, I could go back practicing in medical if I wanted to. That's not I don't want to do that right now. But I am able to get better insurance rates for my business. My credit has improved because I've been doing the credit repair.
That's good.
So the business loan that I really wanted to push my business to the next level where I can get another vehicle instead of riding in my own personal vehicle, I can employ others, at least 3 other people, so that I don't directly have to clean the house, which I probably still would do for my longtime clients that I'm just like, I love them. I got the best clients ever. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, no cap. Best Christmas gifts. Masters time is coming up. That's my biggest time of the year.
Racking it.
Yes.
Hey.
So I just thank God that all of the hardships that I went through prior, that has put me in a position where I know better now. I've actually been putting in the work, doing the credit repair and everything that I need to do. And this year, Lower Tiers Royalty Cleaning will be Yelp, Google review, Google report. Everything will be where it need to be. I actually have Lower Tiers Royalty Cleaning Services with my actual business license. And a lot of people think, oh, well, if you don't have that, you don't have a legal business. If you getting money from people and you cleaning their house, you better be reporting it.
Yeah.
You better be keeping track of it. You can't just, oh, well, they don't know. They paying me in cash. Oh, this or that. A lot of mine they don't pay cash. None of them pay cash. It's personal check, Zelle, Cash App. Anything over $600, you have to report it. So if you reporting it, that means that's the income. What you getting this money for? It's a cleaning bin. You have an EIN number, tax ID number for that.
Yeah.
So boom, it's still been actual business, but the point of where it needs to be, that's what this year brings for me. And if nothing else, that's what I'm thankful for.
Well, I'll tell you this, Masters is right around the corner. So
Yes.
you might, take a step back, do your auditions you want to do, focus on yourself, and rack in some money.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Masters, and after the Masters, my birthday's coming May 27th. My album drops in May.
Don't spend no money on your birthday.
I'm actually not. I'm
Don't.
spending that
Go to
money
work.
on...
What you want to do. If
I'm
you go,
spending that
you know what I'm saying?
on... Yeah.
Be smart with it.
That's
and
what's
take that-
going on.
Yeah, don't, I mean,
It's too much going on now. I was thinking
go
about
to
a trip
birthday,
and this
go
and
get
that,
something
but...
to eat or something, but focus on the drive.
Exactly.
Focus on the drive.
So that's what I got coming. I'm looking forward to my birthday because that's the date that I want to drop the music on my
Okay.
actual birthday. My first album, I dropped that Queen Chronicles on my birthday. That was my intention for Pitbull in a Skirt. And even though that album wasn't what I anticipated it to be, I'm still making money off it. They still buying the album.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. They still buying Queen Chronicles. I'm not going to drop the name of my third album, but this album is whatever type of feelings. It's crunk, it's lit, talking my shit. That'll be the only time y'all will get an album from me like that. After this album right here, I got another. I'm going back to my...
Well, let me ask you a question before we wrap up here, because we've been going out over hour and a half. Do you think album is more important than a popping single, and producing singles to build value versus an album to build value?
I think the single really
I mean,
works and pops first before the album.
But it'd be harder that way.
Yeah, because people tend to skip. I don't know. Sometimes people attention span be short to where they don't just actually. If I buy your album or download your album, I'm gonna listen to every song, even if I don't really like this song. I'm not gonna skip it. I'm gonna listen to it so I can get your full vibe of your album. Then I'll know, okay, with these 3 songs I don't really like, but the other 5 I like, and then I can kind
judge
of
the whole
narrow
thing.
it down and just put these 5 songs in my playlist type thing. But singles do work best. And actually, Don't Piss Me Off is going to be, I'm going to drop that single. And see, that's a good thing now that you say that. That gives me something else to think about.
Yeah, because I think there's so many artists now. It's like, don't get me wrong, I hear a lot of different songs, but I do think, a lot of these just singles are more important than the whole album. Because, I've listened to Deja Cooper's album. I've listened to some of your music. I've listened to Slim Kia's music. I haven't listened to Shay Shay yet. I mean,
She's actually got, matter of fact, if it ain't already dropped, it's dropping this month.
Oh, well, shout
Or
out to her.
this
Shout out
week,
to her
next
again, man.
week. Yeah, it's like on the way. I don't know the exact date, but
Yeah.
Is it Murder, She Wrote?
I don't know.
Name
I
of
don't
her
keep
album,
track
but
of
yeah,
all the
Shay
labels.
Shay definitely has an album that if it's not already out now, it's out within next week somewhere up in
But
there.
I've heard some songs and some albums where I'm like, man, I think y'all missed the opportunity with some of these songs. You watered it down with the whole album, and you put all the flower petals over it where you can't see the flower bloom. You know what I mean?
That's a good perspective.
I think some of the albums I've heard have hidden gems that maybe the song ain't perfect yet, but I can see it has the most potential to find that character they're looking for, or however that narrative's supposed to y'all be chasing.
Gotcha.
But look, we've been going for a minute. Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
I appreciate you talking with me. I appreciate you being vulnerable with me on here and
Yes.
having these moments of honest conversation.
Facts.
I hope that the future brings you some peace. The future brings you some more signs to tell you which way you need to go to make.
And I wish everybody
Hey,
the best. I wish
yeah.
them the best. It is what it is, but I don't wish no ill will on nobody. Everybody out here trying to make it, put their best foot forward. So as far as me, I wish them the best and many blessings to them, and what God has for them is for them, no matter what my opinion is or how I feel. It's just my perspective. That don't mean that's the here all be all, and whatever I say determines anything for their future or vice versa.
Yeah.
So I wish them whatever God has planned for them. I wish them the best.
Run your socials real quick for me.
Facebook, Courtney Carter. That's the actress. Personal page. CC Loyalty is Royalty is the music page on Facebook. CEE _ Loyalty is Royalty, one word, on Instagram. CC Loyalty is Royalty on Snapchat and Twitter and TikTok. Music on Bandcamp, music streaming on all platforms. Movies on Amazon Prime, Tubi. Type Courtney Carter in the search engine on either platform and you can find all movies.
Hey, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
Hey, till next time. Peace, everybody.
Peace, y'all.